We've spent the last 6 weeks staying here in Colorado Springs at Lauren's mom's house, and today we're finally headed back to pick up the RV to get on the road and head east for the holidays.
There have been several times since we were full-time on the road that we actually stayed in a family member's house for like weeks on weeks on weeks, and this was one of them. So it takes us a long time, we found, to unpack the RV and then repack the RV when we're ready to get back on the road. And so that's what we're going to show you today, is what it looks like completely packing up the RV before making a long cross-country road trip.
All right, first stop of the day, you gotta fill up diesel before we hit the road. It's much easier when you don't have the full RV hooked up, but $4.59 a gallon right now. So this 1,100 mile cross-country road trip is gonna cost us quite a bit.
So for this trip, we used the Neighbor app, which is kind of like Airbnb for storage. So you can store your RV, your car, even just like household goods that you needed a little extra storage space for. People in the community just rent out their extra space or extra land. Actually saved us a ton of money on storage since we've been out of the RV for 6 whole weeks. For us, prepping to get back on the road starts days in advance. We have to prep our route. Sean took the truck and cleaned it inside and out, which is really nice. We had to stock up on groceries, and now that we've picked up the RV, there's still a handful of things to do. So Sean, what is next?
So we're gonna head over to an RV supply here in town because we need to fill up our propane tanks to make sure we're prepped for the week ahead. But more importantly, the RV's been in storage for 6 weeks now, which means the water tank, the water's been stagnant. We weren't planning to be there that long, so we didn't empty it beforehand. We're gonna do a freshwater rinse, which means I need to fill up on water, put the rinse in, let it agitate while we're driving home, and then drain the water. But I've got to do that process like 3 different times of filling up the tank and letting it drain to rinse everything out. And that is one of the most time-consuming parts when we first pull our RV out of storage. At least we can kind of load stuff up in between trips, but it still means several hours of driving the RV and rinsing the tanks. Propane's out of order. They don't have it, so I guess we'll have to take these to Ace a little bit later and fill it up. Oh shoot, how do I get out now?
Oh no. Oh, that's a bummer, because I wanted to go look at some RVs while Sean was filling up water and propane. Guess I don't get to do that now.
Alright, it says we're full on water, but we need to get it flowing through all the spouts. Shoot. What the heck happened there? With the water pump on, water has just been flooding down here. That is not good. I don't know what the heck happened. That is where water is dripping down from it getting into the floor, or underneath from the bathroom sink. Oh, that is not good. Not good at all. We've got issues.
Oh no.
When I turned on the water pump, water is gushing out from underneath the bathroom sink. I was not counting on this setback at all today. I was just counting on flushing the water lines. All right, so you can see the water there, which mostly went down into that hole. You see the puddles underneath here. It was occurring from right under there. And I don't know if the fitting came loose or if the line cracked, but I need to get that down to check it out. All right, the dilemma I've got, I can't quite reach these hoses up enough to like get a cup or something underneath, but I need to see where the water leak is coming from. I think that's as good as I can do. So I'm gonna try and turn on the water pump, just briefly see where this leak's coming from, and then I'll flip it right back off. It's up underneath. All right, shoot. So I think the bathroom faucet was user error during the installation.
Of course.
If you've watched this channel long, you know I don't know how to do a lot of this stuff. I'm just willing to try and learn. All right, I think this should work. Let's go around. Oh, nope. I'm not sure what to do. I've gotten that tightened as much as I can. I think I'm just gonna plug these PEX connectors for now. Unfortunately, trying to fix the bathroom faucet did not work, so I need to plug both PEX lines. I've got to run over to Ace Hardware to fill up propane, and I can grab some PEX clamps there and then come back and work on the water. Last time we were in Colorado Springs for an extended stay led to the unprepared for boondocking episode where we forgot to fill up propane, didn't have enough water, diesel, etc. Normally we're very well prepared, so I came over here to Ace, got the propane filled up. We now have 2 full tanks, plus I've got a third one at home that's kind of a spare just in case we need it. However, they did not have the PEX clamps I needed to close off the water lines, so now I'm gonna have to make a separate trip over to Home Depot or Lowe's, whatever's nearby, so I can do that and get back to rinsing the tanks. So it's now 1:45 in the afternoon. I hope to be a lot further along than this by now because rinsing the tanks is gonna take a couple hours, but that's part of getting ready for an extended road trip when you've had your RV in storage for too long. All right, this is what I need. Water pump on. Please hold. I think it's working. There it goes. And then that needs to run for about 30 seconds to make sure it gets it fully in the line and then change it over to the cold water. So that's how you rinse. Well, we just have to get it all through the PEX lines so it thoroughly rinses those two.
Of course, yeah.
And so we'll do this 2 or 3 times, and then the bathroom sink we can't do. Oh, you can see.
Is it draining?
Yeah, probably. It's just the foam. So it does have a little bit of like foam stuff. That's what we're trying to like clean the tank and the lines with, and then we'll rinse it so that's not still in our drinking water.
On pack-up days, we don't necessarily have like defined roles, but what we found works best for us is when Sean does all the outside stuff for the RV and I pack up everything from the inside. And so what I try to do is modularize everything as much as possible so that all we have to do is grab bags or bins or boxes and take it in the RV. And so this time I'm hoping we're actually going to get things organized in the RV before we leave tomorrow morning. At this point, with the setbacks, that may or may not happen, but I'm almost finished, I think, getting the inside stuff done. I still have to get all of our food together, but basically, this is what it looks like.
See, this is what happens. Lauren gets the inside ready. Dad sits on the couch, watches football. In fairness, his back hurts. Normally.
He did ask what he could do to help, and I said, I have no idea. It's just stuff that like I need to do. But we have 3 hours until the Alabama kickoff, so we've got to get everything done. Every time we're out of the RV, I like to get everything as clean as possible because there's always dirt everywhere. Unfortunately, with setbacks and a toddler, getting the RV packed up is taking a lot longer than we were hoping. It is past 5 o'clock at this point and we still have a ton more to do. But right now we are checking the lights on the trailer to make sure that everything is working correctly. So we have brake lights. Good. Sean's backing in. We're trying to figure out where exactly we're gonna park the RV overnight. Yeah. Good. Good. Yep, good. I don't know if we can clear this bump, but we're gonna see. Keep coming. You're good as of right now, but I'm not sure we're gonna be able to get up onto the driveway. Stop. Come look. I think we're clear. Barely by inches. Oh. Okay, you've got both tires up on the driveway. Well, we are finally all packed up and we are about to embark upon a 1,300-mile drive through 8 different states with our 20-month-old son. So tune in next week because I'm sure that'll be an adventure in and of itself. But if you liked this video, please consider sharing it with just one other person who you think would also enjoy it. And we hope you're able to tune in next week.